Welcome to part 2 of a series I call Dive, where we dive into my personal ranked gameplay to see how we can both improve. On today's episode, we have one of the games that got me into Grandmaster. So just a little bit of context before we get into the gameplay is I am a flex player, meaning I could play all three roles: healing, tank, and DPS. So in this game, I decided to play Groot because of his unique way of pushing up, taking space, and just using his walls. Me and my team ran the composition of 2 support, 2 tanks, and 2 DPS. We were able to capture point pretty well in the first push, which is a really good start. However, as we started pushing the payload, I overextended, causing me to get completely destroyed by the enemy team, which gave my team a big disadvantage. We were down 1 tank and it was a 5v6. So as a tank, one of your main jobs is to take damage and space. Also, you don't have to go straight forward into every single fight. Right here, I was able to get a good ult with Groot by going around the enemy team, which they weren't expecting, causing me to get good value. So, we were able to get the second point, which was a really good push again with my team. But the enemy team decided to do a little counter swap by going Punisher and targeting my walls. So, you know what? I decided to do the same thing. I went Magneto to counter their Punisher. This right here in the gameplay is a really good learning situation. I heard the Punisher's ult and I had my Magneto ult, so I immediately ulted to make sure that none of my other teammates were the Punisher's main focus. However, I did not have a clear eyesight on where the Punisher was, and I panicked and threw my ult in the completely wrong direction. But you know your boy Magneto does not yield to no one, so we were able to regroup with the team and capture a point. We were now on the defense. I was still playing Magneto. However, that did not stop Hela from hitting every single shot like she was prime Kobe. So we lost the first point pretty early on, which was unfortunate. However, me and my team regrouped up. We did not try to feed them all charges by just randomly pushing one at a time and getting killed over and over. But we decided to just regroup and push as a team. When we did that, we had a much better chance of pulling off point, which we did for about 2 minutes. We were able to challenge some alt fights and come out on top. Unfortunately, we lost the second point because Hella, again, she was just hitting her shot too damn well. So you know what we had to do? We had to open up the door. We decided to bring out my boy Hulk. And Hulk was just diving Hella. We made sure that whenever we saw her, we just had to dive on her, pop a bubble, and just hit her with a 1-2 combo. Hulk was a really good swap because not only is he annoying to deal with in the backline, but his gamma bubble on your teammates gives them an extra bit of protection, which really went a long way into winning games.